Tina.
No.
And we were talking about today.
I was not. No. Good afternoon.
Hi, everybody.
Naz, I almost did it again. I almost did the
Frank,
SOS.
you almost hit the SOS?
You know, the volume button's on the left side, not the right side. So we try to kill the volume. And yesterday, Liz is back with us today, our production assistant.
Thank God. Thank you.
I'm sorry. She is the producer. She's no longer, she was the PA in the beginning. She's now the producer, rock star. Thank you, Liz. But Liz, yesterday, you would have saved us a little bit if you were here. I was calling 911 on the phone, and all of a sudden it went.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a thing. They call your emergency contacts.
Yeah.
It's a whole.
Oh, yeah, it said calling emergency contacts, and then it went out as we're live on the air. It was calling 911. Yeah.
It's fun when you do that at 2:00 in the morning.
No.
Ashton did that.
Yeah, no. We don't, not at 2:00 in the morning. Yeah. That's not fun. I've done it before, but always catch it in time.
As you can see, today is going to be a very improvisational show. We are flying untethered.
No, that's not true. That is so not true. I have to say, we're
First of all, you haven't even introduced our guest today.
You're right. Well, I thought you were going. You were getting ready to say something. I thought you were going to.
I was talking about the show.
So today's show is about checking in with our bowling family and our bowling community. You guys have been out there watching us and checking in with us. It's time for that we check in with you. And so one of the guests that we were having check in with us stopped in today, and so that Jason has become our co-host. So Jason, welcome to Inside Rabs.
Hi.
Welcome to the dungeon. Welcome to. There's a song now.
Welcome to the jungle.
The jungle.
Quiet jungle.
Welcome to the party. Thanks, Jason, for stopping in. Jay, how are you holding up?
Me? I'm really bored at home. It's driving me crazy. I just wish I could bowl again.
Yeah, your mother kicked you out today. Is that why you had to come here today?
Yeah. She couldn't stand me anymore. Me being locked in my room.
Somehow that just doesn't surprise me.
No.
It doesn't surprise me.
No. Jason Belmonte mentioned last night that they were working on something to help bowlers that were trapped at home and couldn't bowl. So I'm excited to see what they come up with.
Notice he didn't
You didn't say it was bowling.
And he didn't plug his game, which usually he does. So usually takes the opportunity to tell you that you could play your the bowling game, his bowling game on the phone. So that could be one way. You could stick with bowling through his game, which is pretty good. Have you played it? Have you tried it out?
I have not tried it.
I find it to be very fun.
And he actually goes on and plays against people. But if it's not him, if you ever watch his Facebook feed, he posts, by the way, it's not me today, it's my son.
Oh,
so Hugo gets on there and plays, which is pretty cool. So yesterday we had an awesome show. And I would ask Jason about it, but Jason didn't join in. We're calling him out. Jason did not watch yesterday's Rating Bonanza, so he's been forced to go home today and watch the hour. Actually, we were on for 75 minutes last night.
It didn't even seem like that. It went in a flash, honestly.
It was great. And Jason Belmonte, thank you again for joining us. You were awesome. You guys had some more questions for him. We're gonna shoot those over to him, and he's gonna respond back. He said he'd come back, just like Kelly did. But Kelly's really gonna come back.
Kelly's really coming
Kelly's
back.
gonna come back and do some dance instruction after she has her class with her fellow dancers. So we want to hear from you. We always want to hear from you. So please, you guys have been vocal, so we appreciate that. But we want you to be a little bit more vocal. Share with us what you're thinking. Tell us about what you're seeing here. We love you all. We miss you. This has been our way to connect with you. And I keep saying it every day, but you might not be sick of our faces when you actually get to come back. But we do miss yours. So thanks for tuning in with us.
Oh, it's there are some things that are popping up. I guess different people and celebrities are doing their own kind of thing to inspire people and to keep them laughing. I was on YouTube this morning and I saw John Krasinski has a good news channel, I guess he's calling it. And it's really funny. If you're an Office fan, it's even funnier. So I suggest you step on over to YouTube, and after you check out our show, check that out because it's really funny. He's got a very funny interview with Steve Carell, and they talk a little bit about the show and the things that cracked them up and what episodes they liked, and they show a couple of outtakes. It's really funny. So it did make me laugh this morning, and I needed a laugh this morning.
We don't like The Office.
No, we hate The Office. We hate it. We can't stand it.
So what did you watch last night?
Last night, and I hope I wasn't the only one that caught the Fox iHeartRadio living room concert. The first thing I thought was odd, it was hosted by Elton John, and he didn't have a piano in his house in California. Although at the end, he surprised with a keyboard with a short exit out, the last song out. And but I thought the show was great. What did you like about it, Frank?
I caught the end of it. I actually caught right before him. I'm going to watch the rest of it tonight.
You didn't watch it.
I got home late last night. We left here. I had dinner. We're going to finish Marvelous Mrs. Maisel tonight.
Okay. All right.
26 hours of TV.
That's a lot.
In the last so many nights. I've never thought that was possible. So I'm going to watch it later on tonight. I caught the end of it. When you said there was no piano in that house, I should have made you a bet because I wasn't buying.
He said that was from his mouth.
I just can't believe Elton John could have any place without a piano. So but he had a keyboard.
He ended up having a keyboard. I wasn't sure how it got there, but he ended up playing a little exit out, which was really nice. I think my favorites were I like Billie Eilish. I love the Backstreet Boys. I thought they did a great job last night. And
Michelle Durkin liked the Backstreet Boys too.
Alicia Keys, the Backstreet Boys on Facebook and Twitter. That Backstreet Boys, everybody loved the Backstreet Boys. I think they probably had like the most challenging thing because there were 5 of them all in different places, and they kind of blended it together really cool. It was nice. It was fun.
So, what I thought was interesting, they were all on their. They were all on their laptops cameras, but then there were also cameras in the room with them.
Yeah,
so it was interesting to watch. They were communicating with each other via Zoom or whatever they were using, but then they had camera crews to catch. So I was a little confused. There
were a couple of shots like out by the pool where he was sitting and then he was standing in front of the pool, and I would obviously there was a little maybe more production that went into that than we saw, but it was nice to watch. And I'm sure Backstreet Boys fans enjoyed that.
So Todd Reed tells us it was cool. Him and his wife treated it like a concert with wine and snacks.
Oh, well, that's how you...
He liked Tim and Alicia Keys.
Yes.
Hey, Todd, how do you have time to watch us? You've been live every day with our friends Mike and Moss, Gotham Productions, Todd. So thanks for tuning in. If anybody knows, if you follow these guys, they are talking. They have the show about nothing. Today's show might be about nothing, but we're not just about. They have the show about nothing, and then they have that late night. They have breakfast, lunch, and dinner talking to each other about nothing. And then I tuned in the other night, and they were fighting about pizza. I thought that was interesting. You know, we've got a lot of the cool thing about music. Music spans all over the web, and if you're watching anything here on Facebook, we've got friends who are dancing in their kitchens, doing karaoke. Dawn Michaels is doing karaoke and DJing every night, which has been cool to watch. And she's got a lot of over 100 people watching those streams. There's a few friends, Adam Melrose, our friend at Bowling Music Network, who they run our music system here. He's been live DJing every night, and it's been different. Sundays was a Sunday for seniors. Oh. So he was playing some.
Why do you look at me when you say that?
I was just looking at you.
Okay.
Why do you take that?
I don't know. Maybe I'm a little sensitive. Might be a little sensitive.
You are a little sensitive today. I don't know how the rest of this is going to go, but she's a little sensitive today. And so she's a little sensitive. Jason, I'm sorry. You've got to come in here on a day like today. It's all right. So. Yesterday we had Belmo, and if anybody got their copy of Bowler's Journal magazine today or this week, you have some something to look forward to in your mailboxes if you subscribe. If you don't subscribe, you should be subscribing.
Subscribe to that magazine.
Many of you are used to stopping in the bowling center and picking them off the counter. We have them here. We might have to send them out to you.
To come and pick them up.
Yeah, please don't come and grab them, but maybe we'll send them to you if you'd like. But of course, Belmo on the cover of this month's Bowler's Journal magazine. I think the cool part about this issue, I have a little chuckle too, because USBC always and Chad always finds a way to celebrate something, and with partnership with Bowler's Journal, the cover is a celebration of college bowling, which is really cool. It talks about how college bowling has become what it's become. 4,000 college bowlers, 240 schools, and there's some great stories in here. So if you pick up a copy, you pick up a lot about college bowling. Hey Jay, you'll be heading to college. Where are you headed to?
I recently just committed to William Patterson University.
Oh, congratulations! Congratulations!
So you better you gotta get. You look like you're getting in shape.
Yes.
So you're getting in shape. College bowling is that's gonna be awesome. You looking forward to that?
Yeah.
What are you going? What's your major?
Accounting.
Accounting.
I might need a new accountant someday. That's great. So, hey, we talk about music. We talk about our bowlers. We've got some of our bowling family in here today with us. So we're gonna bring in. We've got our friend Billy Salvatore and Kenny Soto coming in with us first. If I can get them up here. Check it out. Hey guys.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi, Frank.
Hey, Jill. Oh, I see what's happening. Hey, do me a favor. If you're watching the stream on your phones, lower those so that maybe you can hear the sound from us.
Hello.
Hi. Lower the stream so you don't hear your screams instead of our voice because it's going to be delayed. You're listening.
Hi, Frank. Great to be
Sound?
on.
I don't have any sound yet.
With you guys, Naz and
They can't hear
Jason,
you.
they can hear us.
I can't see you on my screen though.
Let's try this again.
Hi guys.
Let's try this again. You there? Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Hello. Can you see us?
Hi, Frank. This is Bill.
Hi, Bill.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
I can't hear you, Frank.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
We
can
can
you hear
hear you.
us?
I can't hear. It says
This
I'm
worked
on,
5 minutes ago.
But well, what I wanted to say was that we're here in the crisis, in the pandemic, and I know it's very upsetting, and people are depressed and anxious, but let's try not to watch the news all the time.
I cannot hear you
Let's try to
here.
use this time
Watch
to
this.
work a little bit without.
We're gonna bring them back. Let's try this out. I'm not sure what happened there. We tested this before we came on, and it worked fine. And they can't hear us. I think it has to do with watching if they're watching.
If they're watching the stream.
they're watching they're
Don't
getting the wrong
watch the
sound.
stream as hard as it is.
All
You
right.
can watch it later.
So they're going to come back in, and so we want to check in on everybody. Billy, for the most part, has been entertaining us on his Facebook page. We're talking about music, and Billy's going to entertain us today. Billy sings, he plays the piano. He's the all around dude. So let's get them back in here. In the meantime, we have let's try this one. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
We have plenty of guests here with us today, so let's try this one. We have Dylan. Dylan, can you hear us? Oh no! What happened to us here, Dylan? Oh, Kenny. Kara, can you hear us?
Yeah.
All right, Dylan, can you hear
What am I
us?
supposed to do?
Hey, can't hear us.
Dylan can't hear us. Can you hear us? Is that a yes?
Hi, Kiara.
Can you hear us?
Hi.
Oh, Dylan might have to come back out and come back in.
That's
We
because
can't really hear you, by the
Told
way.
him to.
But Kiara can hear us, right?
Yeah.
All right. We're struggling today. This is not good. 1 for 3. We're 1 for 3. Let's try this again. We have some great plans here. All right. Dylan, you with us? Dylan? We're 1 for 3. Let's try this again. We have some great plans.
Somebody's listening to the stream.
Yes. So I wonder.
I think it was Dylan.
It might have been
Yeah,
Dylan. That's a
Kiara was
guess.
good.
Kiara was
Dylan
there.
was holding his phone.
All right, boys, you with us?
Hey, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
See
I love it. I have a feeling it's got to do with watching the stream at the same time. So I apologize for that. Thanks for joining us today.
That's okay. Oh, it's great. So great to be here with you guys. It's a little bit sad seeing all the lights off on all those lanes over there, but I know we'll be back.
We know we will. We hope so. Hey, so you guys have been great. You guys have been posting on Facebook, keeping in touch with bowlers. So Kenny, the Friday Night Mixed Quartets, you're having some fun and entertaining your league. Tell us what's going on there.
Well, I mean, everyone is missing everyone, so I guess that's the best part. So as you are video and showing everything to everyone from our side.
Tell you, baby, we're all at home, and it could be it could be depressing and full of anxiety, listening to the news all the time. So what I suggest is to try to do some things with your family that you wouldn't be normally doing. You know, get out the Monopoly. You know, get out the Scrabble games, do something to interact with each other, to get our minds off the crisis, the pandemic for a while. For me, I'm posting 30 songs in 30 days on the internet, and I'm getting a lot of great feedback that this takes people's mind off what's going on, and you know, it's a few minutes of joy and happiness as we sing along with each other. I also saw this thing on the internet about how to make your own mask, you know, and right away, I thought of my grandchildren. I said, oh, I should bring this to my grandchildren. All 17 of them. And
you made masks for all of them?
All 17 grandchildren, right. So I made this video. I started off with hi, I'm Grandpa Bill. And today we're going to learn to make our own face mask. It's easy and it's fun, you know. And I went through how to make it and so forth. And, you know, I work in the mental health field. So a lot of my friends and my colleagues saw this picture, and now I'm getting messages from social workers and counselors. Do you have any more Grandpa Bill videos?
we saw you making masks, which was cool, and we've been watching you sing as well. Kenny, you're not singing though.
No, not singing.
No.
I can sing a song. I have a couple of songs prepared.
Yeah. All right, yeah. So Billy, we're gonna come back because you're gonna lead us out. We want you to sing and share what's going on. But hey, Kenny, back to you. You were finishing your thought there about the Friday Night Mixed Quartet.
Yeah.
So basically, you guys are making the videos, and those are great. So from our side, we're just trying to keep in touch with everyone, crack a joke every once in a while, describe what we're doing. But outside of that, it's sort of like keeping up. Like last week, I was at ShopRite, and I ran into Ryan Legg. Actually, he ran into me. He actually hit my shopping cart with his. So it was fun to see him. And then today at McNosie's, I ran into Kathy Barclay. So she's from the Family Fun League on Sunday morning. So we miss it. It's hard. You're locked into a house, but you guys are helping a lot. We really do appreciate it. And yes, yesterday's Belmonte show was insane. That was amazing.
Well, are you driving Joanne crazy yet?
Yes. He just goes to the bathroom. I'm done with you.
I know she's standing there. I'm not asking the question the other way around. And how is Miranda and Kenny holding up?
Well, that's the generation of the video game. So they'll log in and do their morning login for school to confirm that they're there and do whatever schoolwork they need to do. But after that, they just zone out and have fun. Every once in a while, they come down, they show us they're alive. We wave, we feed them, they go back upstairs. So that's sort of the event.
Kevin Rourke wants to make sure that you better be practicing in the house because he needs you for the last third.
Yes, we're gonna do better.
and I like the encouragement talk that we're talking about getting back to bowling. So thanks, Kevin, for that. And it's true. We want to get back as soon as we can. We still got a lot of weeks left in the season. We just draft on Monday nights. We just drafted new teams. So it would be nice to get to know our teammates after before the bowling season actually ends.
Absolutely.
So Ken, I have to say, before this started, you guys were bowling on Friday night, and one of the last weeks to bowl before we had to shut down on Monday. And we had a league meeting, and it was great because you saw something that, hey, we need to have a conversation. And Naz and I talked about it and used you as an example, especially right in the beginning of all this. So one, kudos to you and your team. It was great that you guys could get together, have a conversation, but knowing what was happening, the foresight to say, hey, you know what, we got to look at our rules a little bit differently and give some flexibility to those who may not want to be. And before we were forced to stay home, hey, people might not want to come out. And so we still want people to be able to bowl. We didn't have that many people not coming into bowl, which was great. So I just want to say thank you for that. And while we got shut down right after that, we know that when we come back, those are things that we're going to have to look at, not knowing where we're going to be. So,
but it also made us a little bit more aware of maybe some of the things that you implemented were things that we could suggest to other leagues. But it was good foresight on your part.
Well, I am looking forward to when this is over and we figure out how we're going to bowl. We'll have a sit down and see what works best. But believe me, myself and many of my league bowlers are definitely looking forward to this ending and getting back on the lanes.
As we are.
Hey, Bill, what's the first thing you're looking forward to when you can get out of the house?
Well, I missed my bowling, and I've counted it. I've missed 9 matches already. So that's what I want to do. I want to get back on the lanes. I want to get back seeing my grandchildren. A lot of them live right there in Staten Island. And just looking forward to seeing people again, I'm a hugger. When I see people hug me, I hug people. And I think that's what I miss the most about this year.
Oh, we're huggers too. This has been tough. We said it the other day. It's actually been easier. It's actually become a little bit easier not to go give somebody a fist pump or a hug, right. But it's certainly something that we're all huggers. So Bill, tell us about this singing and what you've been doing it for a week now, and it's been great. What sparked the idea of you just entertaining us on your Facebook page?
Well, I've been a musician. I've been playing in clubs since I'm a teenager, and I don't do as much of it nowadays as I used to do. And so with this extra time that we have, I says, I see a lot of people putting 30 days doing something on the internet for 30 days in a row. So I says, I know all these old songs. They're old, great songs that people love, and it's given me a chance to share them. And I'd like to keep up with the new songs too. I posted 2 songs that just came out last year also. So, it's one of the things that I do that's the most fun, singing and playing guitar.
And if anybody didn't know, Billy has sang here in the Rab's High Rollers Lounge before.
Yes, I played that.
Strumming his guitar, so that's awesome. I look forward to checking out your videos. A couple of the songs I didn't know. But it's fun to follow. So thank you for doing that, Kenny. The guys on Monday night, I think when we start back up, I think they want you to sing.
Obviously, this has caused some brain damage above everything else because that is something we don't want to have happen.
Hey Kenny, you're always posting the pictures of your sushi dinners. Is that killing you, or are you able to get your sushi fix?
So as soon as it started, I was able to do takeout from there, but they were forced to close as well. So they've been out. So I've been visiting Gennaro's on Fridays. I've been going to Canlin's on Wednesdays, and I think that's it really. Sort of trying to keep up with the places that we've gone to in the past and trying to keep them going with what little business we can give them. And again, that's the other thing why the Gennaro's thing was so perfect. When I saw that Marco was doing what he did to the hospitals and to I think the 122 precinct so far, that's why another reason why I definitely had to help him out, because that was really good.
We appreciate that, and the idea of reaching out to others came from you, and so we appreciate you making the contribution that. the generous contribution that you did to you and your family, but also giving us the idea to go forward
right.
and ask others. So we've raised almost about $2,000 in the last week, and it's been great and very well received. Marco is taking a break today. He's closed. If anybody's looking for Marco and Pizza, nothing today. They'll be back at it tomorrow, and also making deliveries again tomorrow. They wanted to take a little bit of a Monday break, so it's really quiet here today.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tina's not here yelling at Marco. Marco's not yelling at Tina. The girls aren't here.
So I do have one question for you.
Yeah.
How is everyone handling their haircuts? Because for me, I have gel and my hair's gotten long enough that now it's actually slicked back to the point that my wife's like, I'm looking really Italian lately because it's just all slicked back.
I can see that.
Yes.
I'll start. So I got a haircut. I was very lucky. I was able to get a haircut right before all this. So I go every 3 weeks, and Melanie's offered to come to the house. So we'll see. I don't know how that's going to work, but right now I'm okay. But when I start getting curls and longer hair, I start to worry. So I'm okay. You look good looking as an Italian there.
Well, thank you.
Well, I'm about due for a haircut in probably 2 weeks. This weather is not helping my hair. I have super curly hair, and before we went on today, I couldn't resist the parking lot. I brought my dog in today. He's going stir crazy too, so we were pulling out the parking lot, and so what I had to do to my hair to get it even where it is right now was an accomplishment. So, yeah. So that's where I am today.
What about you and your hair, Jen?
And look at Jason, perfectly coiffed.
Well, we're about a month from finding out what the mullet will look like again.
Yeah, it's getting there. It's going to be right now. Me and Frank have something common. I go over 2 weeks ago, but I was unable to go to my normal schedule because of the state issue I had. So I was going to wait till after, and that's when this whole pandemic started. It's been 2 months.
That we could tell. It's getting long.
We can get out. Kenny, maybe we break out the Flobies.
Oh, the Flobies. People are selling those on.
My last haircut was 1969. So.
You still got the tail, though. You're still rocking the tail.
Yeah.
Should we ask Ray about his haircut?
Ouch.
Ray looks spiffy today. He looks like he got a nice shine.
I shined it up.
Although, if some advice that we got from one of our friends, Michael from Visage, he posted and wanted everybody to know: do not use box dye.
Right. Wait for us. Wait for us.
So anybody that goes to salon, he wanted to make sure that people do not use box dye and ruin their hair, unless you're good at it. I wouldn't know. I don't understand that. I deal with my gray hair. I'm okay with that. Although Kenny, is that something that never mind? So what else are you guys doing to keep busy? Kenny, you're working from home, right?
Yes. So we have laptops. All my company sort of anywhere they could shut down and send people home and work on laptops, they still do so. Still wake up for 7 a.m. meetings, and I go through 5 or 6 depending on what it is. But then you have the people who are unable to do that, and they definitely going stir crazy. So maybe my meetings is those times that Joanne uses to recuperate her sanity when she has me sort of full time. That might be what's saving the marriage.
We understand. I hope you're making her a nice Cosmo every night.
Actually, yesterday, 3. He was happy.
Are you drinking sake since you don't have your stock of sake, or what is your beverage of choice?
Actually, I still have sake, 1 more bottle left. I had actually bought a case right before this started. I have texted the liquor store nearby saying, guys, I need more sake. Please see if you can get me another case. So that's fine. I know that Joe Bruno, and Andrew Payne, they want some of my sake too. So
thankfully, liquor stores have been deemed essential services.
Yes.
So still here.
I tell you,
probably
I
helping
like
a lot of
being
brains.
home because home is where all my stuff is. I have my guitars here. I have work in the garden. I have work to do in the garage. I've been posting some pictures of the garden too, and the spring flowers. You know, sometimes we're forgetting it's springtime. It's beautiful out there.
Yep.
You could go out for walks. My wife Teresa likes to go for bicycle rides and so forth. And so, you know, the home's where all our stuff is. So I'm pretty happy being home. You know, I'm not miserable.
Just be careful. That honeydew-list is going to grow there, Billy.
What do you say?
The honey-do list is going to grow, and Kenny just said it's getting really big. You know, there's no reason for anybody to have a very long list of things to do at home after all this.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
Hey, before we let you guys go, Billy, you want to share a quick tune with us? You prepared to
Oh, sure. You know, I wanted to share a story. And, you know, we're all no matter what our political affiliation is and who we like and who we don't like, we're all in this together, you know, and we got to remember who we are and what we are. And when my kids were young, I took them to WrestleMania, right? And they started the show, and then the announcer says, "Oh, and to honor America, Ray Charles." And I was like, Ray Charles? You know? I mean, I like Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage, who's Staten Island resident, by the way, was. But Ray Charles was like a whole nother level. I was the one running down the aisle to see him. So I wanted to share the song that he played that night.
I love it.
You could sing along with it if you want. Oh, beautiful, oh, spacious sky, above the fruited plain, America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea.
Kenny's doing it.
I love it.
Awesome, Billy. Thank
That
you.
was awesome, Bill. Bill, so everybody, you can tune in. If you're friends with Billy on Facebook, you can tune into Billy. I don't know how many days you got left, but Bill, what day is this for?
Today's day 11.
Day 11 of 30. So
In the sky.
that's awesome. So tune into Billy. Thank you guys for checking in with us. We look forward to seeing you guys soon here on the lanes, but we know you're tuning in with us. So thank you for being you. Thank you for taking the time with us today.
Really, thank you for all
Thank you very
guys
much.
do
Keep
over
up the
there.
good work.
And
Well,
I just want
you
to
guys
shout out
do.
to Jason, you know, he's a great champion here, and he's got a great future in bowling. I love seeing him, and he's got all the right qualities you look for in a good, kind person, too.
Oh,
Yes, he's awesome.
nice.
Thank you. Thanks, Bill. All right, we'll see you guys soon.
Thank you, Bill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Kenny.
That's great to hear from them. So thank you to Kenny and Billy. So we're gonna try this again. We've got our buddy Dylan, our buddy Kiara on the line here, and let's see if this works again. Hey guys.
Can you hear us?
Hi.
Hey. All right. Thanks for calling in and being a part of our show today.
No problem.
Have you guys, our superstar youth bowlers, champions, volunteer coaches, thank you for taking the time and popping in with us. I didn't touch anything. It's
Weird.
bouncing all over the place. I think the ghost has actually decided to hit us. So I'm going to start with Dylan. Dylan, what's going on over there? What are you up to?
Nothing. I haven't been doing really anything. Mostly trying to keep up with all the schoolwork they've been giving us at school.
And do you have any time for anything besides schoolwork?
Yeah, I got a lot of time during the day after I finish it. I try and get on early in the morning and do as much as I can.
We had who was the guest that did the? Oh, Del Warren was our guest the other day. College coach from Weber. He actually talked about a drill that you can do at home with a mirror. Did you happen to see that?
No.
No. Okay. I suggest you go back. I'm going to give you a little homework. You too, Kiara. You can go and check out our show from last week with Del Warren, and he talks about a drill you could do at home for bowling with the mirror, and it's really, really good drill. So you check that out.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, you guys active. Hey, Kiara, what are you up to?
Nothing really. It's schoolwork mainly all day.
How's that going? How's the online learning going?
It's going pretty well.
Yeah, are you excited to see your friends when you log in?
We don't really do it. It's really like we log in, we do our work, and then like we don't really talk to our friends.
Oh.
And I ask because it seems every school's doing it different. So I've seen some Zoom calls. I've seen different ways. I've seen teachers posting videos. Are you getting house sick? You getting bored of the house?
Yeah.
How are you staying in touch with your friends?
Mainly just like texting and FaceTime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dylan, same.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's not the same. It's not the same though as hanging out with them and being a league. Yeah, I understand.
What do you miss the most? And you could say bowling, but besides bowling, what do you miss the most?
Well, mostly
Probably just hanging out with my friends.
I usually just hang out with my friends, but mostly the thing I would want to do after school, where I usually go, is bowling, trabs and stuff.
We know that when you guys we know when you're here, especially you, Dylan. Hey, Jason, how are you coping with doing nothing at home, or what is the learning situation for you?
Me, I just get assignments posted on Google Classroom in the morning, and then I just have to do the assignments for the periods that I would go to in school.
So how much time are you spending actually doing that?
About an hour and a half.
I mean, we're not going to tell anybody, so you're okay.
It's fine.
You can be 100% honest.
I get all the work done in like an hour when it's supposed to take me 3 hours.
How much time are you guys spending on your classwork?
Well,
wow.
I usually get on it like in the morning for like an hour and a half, do that work, like hour and a half, do that work, but then I get on in the afternoon to make sure the teachers didn't post anything over the day.
Oh. Kiara?
I'm usually taking I usually wake up around 10 and then finish by like 3:30.
All right. It must be nice getting up at 10 o'clock.
So, Kiara, you know when school opens back up, you can't sleep till 10 anymore, right?
Yeah.
You know what? It's funny that she says that. This is the time that we could sleep in.
And
right?
I can't.
I'm up earlier now.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm anxious. I'm not. I've slept okay.
Yeah.
But there's a lot on our minds. But I can't sleep in. I tried. I tried to like lay there and go. 7:30 comes and I'm not that morning guy. That's not me.
I gotta be up for school every day for 8 a.m.
So you're still getting up at the same time?
Yeah.
Which is good if your body's trained to come up. Yeah, you're gonna have to retrain your body, Karen.
I have a question for Jason.
Yeah.
As a senior,
Yes.
what's your feelings right now? What's happening with your senior year?
Right now.
So
I'm just kinda going with it.
I don't know if you guys heard. Producer Liz had a question for Jason, asking him about you're a senior. How do you feel?
I'm just going with it.
Like prom, graduation, like what are your feelings and thoughts about what that could be?
What it could be. I mean, personally, it doesn't faze me as much. I mean, prom kind of bothers me a little bit. Graduation doesn't really bother me because I have to sit there with some kids getting called out. So
Being a W.
Yeah, that's torturous. But yeah, no, I'm mostly gonna miss prom if we can ever go. Because if they schedule it to a later date and the junior tournaments, if they happen to still be going on, I can't attend.
So since you brought that up, all three of you were on teams that would have qualified to go on to the state finals.
So congratulations,
Congratulations
state
to you, state champions.
Thank you.
And two, how do you feel kind of being in limbo right now about that? Kiara, why don't you tell me how you feel?
It feels kind of crazy because it just feels like I've started out last year and I feel like I've progressed so much throughout all my years playing bowling.
You feel frustrated at all that you might not be able to go to the state finals?
A little.
But you still feel good about winning, right? Because that's the big thing. That's the
Yeah.
big. Yeah, good. What about you, Dylan?
I'm not. I try not to like just think of that because I don't want to get too frustrated. Because I know like physically that we may not be able to go definitely because of the coronavirus, and we got to make sure that everyone stays safe.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not happy about it at all since it was my last year. I really wanted to make it. And I feel like I worked very hard at it. Had a lot of honor scores in that tournament in order to make it there.
Yeah, you both phenomenal.
And now, like, we can't go. I'm really upset about that.
So the teams, Jason, the teams of Terry Hart 1, Terry Hart 2, Terry Hart 3, Terry Hart 4,
Terry Hart 5,
Terry Hart 6. Jason lit up the lanes. We talked about this at the beginning of the week. Now it's last week. I can't even think of the beginning of the week. This is now today's Monday, right?
Today is Monday.
Today is Monday. We talked about it last week, and we congratulated you guys as we announced the winners and the champions, which we learned after that it cut out a little bit when we were talking about it. And it's exciting. It's exciting. You lit up the lanes. Every time I turn around and we heard yelling and screaming, we kind of laughed and said, "Oh, what does Jason?
What did Jason do now?
What did he do now?" You had an awesome 2 weekends, so kudos to you. And that weekend, it's just not a team tournament, right? So this team tournament that you guys bowl in, so over 2 weekends, you bowl against other kids in the region for the chance to go to states. And that event is 70 teams across all of New York State, 4 divisions. There's a scratch division and an average division, A, B, and C. And then the weekend also has this adult-child tournament. It's where we all get together. So I'm a little bummed as well because it's an awesome weekend. They're working out the details. Whether we can reschedule it, we don't know yet. And so hold up, you never know what might happen.
You never know.
Whether we
never
can,
know. They might pull it off. They might pull it off
at some point. So stay tuned. You never know. I know that's part of the conversation. Can we move it? Can we have it at another time? Yeah, there's so many different variables that come to play. So congratulations to you, because forget about him bowling awesome. You guys had awesome days on the lanes too.
Yep.
When you guys were bowling. Which is awesome. And yeah, enough about him.
Forget about you.
So have you guys been tuning into us here on Facebook? You guys probably aren't on Facebook, right?
No, I just got Facebook.
Like today.
So now you gotta check into our streams. If you didn't catch it here, they're also on YouTube. So you can go to our YouTube channel. So you'll get to see yourself. You'll get to see Jason Belmonte, who was on yesterday, Kelly Kulick, and they all had Bill O'Neill. They had some great messages and information. We had a great time with them. So take a chance and go check it out. And we hope that you join in with us. What else what else is on your mind during all of this right now?
Bowling.
Is it just bowling? You miss us that much, huh?
Yeah.
Have you never seen it this dark, right? It's a little
No.
it's a little
Too
crazy.
dark for it's too dark for a bowling alley.
Yeah. Well, we miss you guys, and we know that you'll be back on the lanes as soon as possible. We don't want to keep you from your schoolwork, but we appreciate you checking in with us and taking the opportunity to talk to us. So thank you.
And I know you guys might not be on the platform YouTube, but take this time to watch bowling bowling videos on YouTube. It's a great place to learn about bowling. Dylan, you can learn some coaching tips.
They're on YouTube all the time. Who are you kidding?
Well, use it. Look up bowling and check out those videos. It's a great opportunity for you to have that time, and maybe you can pass it off as schoolwork.
Do some drills in the house, and if we've been challenging people to bowl from home.
Yes.
And so if you're being creative at home, shoot us a video, shoot us a picture of what you guys are doing to keep bowling. We want to share those. We've shared a couple. Joseph Guarneri bowling in his yard. There's been a couple bowling in their house. If you're doing something, Dina's son, Daniel Bischoff. I'm all over the place. Daniel shared his, so we want you to share yours if you're doing something fun in the house. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. You guys have a great day. Go have fun. Go torture your parents.
They were already doing that.
You guys are awesome. We can't wait to see you guys soon. All right.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
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 Yes, you too. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face.
Don't touch your face.
That's been tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You could see, and of course, that might be the most we hear out of them. He's watching. He's watching through the video. So, Jason, I don't want to get in trouble here, but and this is usually banter that happens while we're sitting here, while the parents sitting here. Yeah. Sarah Courtney's trying to call you out, saying her son has an actual schedule to follow, and your mother. She defended you. Yeah, she defended you. She came to the rescue. Jason's supposed to have a schedule, but he gets it all done early. That's the beauty of being a senior too. You have a full day?
No, I have basically I have half a day. I have 4 periods. That's because I got all my work done last year. During junior year, I had a fully packed schedule, both terms of the year.
They get it all done. That's what I did. And who wants to be at school all day if you don't have to?
I was in high school a very long time ago, so things were different.
There was no e-learning.
We used the tablet to write.
Chisel
and a tablet. Yes.
Oh, Nazareth, you're not that old.
Not quite, but almost.
Hey, so I'm being told it is Cody Bass's birthday today. Happy birthday, Cody!
Happy birthday, Cody!
We miss hearing your mouth. Oh, that's cool. And we were talking about food and sushi before. I have to laugh. Hillary Butler is realizing now that she's missed sushi so much. So I am too. My place hasn't been open.
Pam Silvestri does a live every morning, and she does kind of an update on restaurants and what's going on the Staten Island food scene every morning. And she did mention this morning that this was kind of a tipping point this weekend of restaurants and whether they could survive under this current way they were doing business. And she did mention that some of the Chinese restaurants were closing, that there weren't a lot that were able to stay open. And it's sad, you would hope that if they do decide to shut down, that it helps them to be able to make it when we are all ready to reopen. So we just, support the places that you can, and hopefully they're here when we're ready to get going again.
Yeah, so we've been talking about Pam since she's been a guest on the show. So follow Pam. She's got a list. She's also publishing it on SA Live, and she's going to be back on Thursday. We're going to have a weekly check-in with Pam and the food scene on Thursday. So we're here until further notice.
And we also have Pro Bowler Saturday. And those are the 2 branded days I think we have so far, right?
Yeah. We don't know what Monday could be. Music Monday.
We might be doing musical Mondays. We're calling on all our musical bowlers. If you can play an instrument or you can sing, I know we have some singers. I have a contact list. We would like you to join us on Mondays. We
want them to join every day.
Well, we do want them to join every day.
To reach out. Yeah.
Correct.
Sorry.
Well, we want you, right. Correct. Thank you, Frankie, for always correcting me.
No, I don't want. I want everybody to join every day.
Well, I want them to join us.
Yes.
Not
physically.
Here.
Please stay away from here.
Yes.
Jason was very lucky to actually be welcome into the studio today.
So we would like to do that. So we're looking forward to some of our guests this week. We're looking forward to all the guests that we have scheduled. And
Some Music Mondays, which I like it. Billy Salvatore helped kick off Music Monday, so thank you, Billy.
Thank you, Billy.
That was awesome. I don't want to. We could start something else here. Sarah and Kathy, while you're in the chat, do we miss Brian Bass also? Uncle Brian, I might have to say, I might miss you. Maybe not yet, but yes, we miss all of you. But yes,
let's say as a group, we miss you.
So Sarah, do you miss seeing Uncle Brian's face? Oh, we'll ask Sarah, and you guys battle that one out.
Talk amongst yourselves.
So we've got the rest of the week is looking pretty good. We've got some great guests. We talked about Food Thursday. We've got Pro Bowler Saturday, but this week we've got Pro Bowler. I think it's Wednesday.
Yeah. Stephanie Johnson's going to be joining us, PWBA champion, and we're really excited to chat with her and get her take on and find out maybe what she's doing right now, and give us a little insight on how she's progressed up the ladder to her success right now.
Frank DeSocio from the Bowling Proprietors Association is going to join us. We'll talk more bowling and the landscape of what's happening in our member bowling centers around the country and how they are assisting all of us during this. Stephanie Johnson, Pam Silvestri. We talked about college bowling. Wagner College is a new bowling program.
Yes, coming to Staten Island. We're really excited about this too. Wagner College coach Joe Ambrose will be joining us this week. What day? Friday. He's going to be joining us on Friday. So he'll give us a little insight to what it's like starting a college program from scratch. And I know he's excited about what he's got coming up for this year and his team, the way his team is shaping up. And maybe he'll grab a couple recruits off the telecast. You never know.
We're excited to welcome college bowling to Staten Island, and this is to be the first program. So, and especially women's bowling.
Yes, that's very exciting for us.
Liz DeHart just sent me a message telling me that she could sing. I don't think she can. Nice try.
We will be serving alcohol. We can make it alcohol and Music Mondays. Yes. So that's great. Liz, we encourage you to sing.
And then Pro Bowler Saturday, we're going to welcome Joe B and Joe C are going to be joining us during the week as well. So they'll keep coming back. But Pro Bowler Saturday this week, we could share it now.
I think we could share it. I think it's out of the bag. Come on.
So Carolyn Doran Ballard and Dell Ballard are going to join us on Saturday for a super. What are we going to call this? It's Super Pro Bowler Saturday? What do you got?
Super Pro Bowl. Oh, I like Pro Bowler Saturday.
Pro Bowler Saturday. So
yeah.
Pro Bowler Saturday. So we've got a great week lined up. We hope that you're going to continue joining us. Please, if there's anybody you want to hear from, anything that you want us to talk about, shoot us a text, shoot us a message here. I did have a question that I wanted to answer before, and I'm going to backtrack
While
slightly.
He's looking, don't forget you can go back and watch our other shows. Bill O'Neill, Kelly Kulik, Jason Belmonte, last night's show, all of our other guests. Please go back and check us out on YouTube. Yeah.
Subscribe and like. So it was Michelle.
Subscribe and like.
Michelle Durkin had a question, and we were talking about, when we had Kenny on, we were talking about leagues, and she was asking if USBC had given any recommendations for the rest of the season, and they have. On Bowl.com, they've been updating as we've been going along. There is a document they put together with suggestions. This was early. I think it probably still fits now. Talking about ending the season. Doing different things. So there is something, recommendations that could be taken. They're not concrete. They're basically ideas of what you could do in these situations. We're, as we've been saying all week, we are taking it a day-by-day basis. We're looking at our calendar. So stay tuned. You'll know as soon as we know. You know just about what we know. We're not the professionals.
Right.
We're just listening to what our governments are telling us. So we want everybody to stay safe and continue doing that. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Social distancing is important. We're doing a better job of that here. So do that. And Sarah says CSI needs a bowling team. Hey, Sarah, that's been in the works. So we're hoping that they can pull something together. They've talked about a club sport, but they've also talked about adding bowling. So we will be working with them. There's been some conversation. So stay tuned. We know we have a lot of bowlers that are over at CSI that would certainly participate in the program. So thanks again for joining us. It is Monday. Tomorrow is Tuesday.
Tomorrow is Tuesday.
We're so far knowing what day it is. Thanks for tuning in. Like and share our posts. Naz talked about YouTube, and we have to subscribe.
Right. And we're not sure where that is. It's in a corner somewhere, but yes.
And thank you to our guests. So to co-host Jason, Kenny, Billy, Kiara, and Dylan.
Thank you, guys. And we love that you joined us. We'll be also reaching out if there are other bowlers that would like to join us and maybe share their at-home experience with us. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget, if you have a chance, check out that Jim Krasinski.
We're back to the office.
YouTube. It's about good news. That's why I liked it. I didn't watch it because it was about the office. I watched it because it was some good news, I think is the name of it. And he shares some very touching, some really funny moments, and it's good. We all need good news. I mean, hopefully that's why you're here with us, because you want to get yourself out of the news cycle, because we know what that's been like. And here we are.
Hey, before we send you off, I almost forgot something. Our meme of the day.
How could you forget the meme? There it is.
We're back to bowling. Cheers to being clean. I haven't missed a spare lately. Hashtag bowling strong. We're gonna leave on that. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow right here, 2:00, and of course the rest of the week. Naz?
That was awesome.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.